We're going to be talking about the dangers of fog. We're going to get you on some main roads. Sit back and enjoy this. The first thing I want you to know about fog, it's very hard to see. And if you put on your high beam lights like I have now, you can't see. So you should drive with your low beam lights on. See that car pull out in front of me? Super dangerous. Could have got hit. So you need to back off cars that people take for granted when they drive. So this driver made a fatal error. If I was driving at the speed limit, I would have hit them. They just randomly pulled out in front of me. So I want you to learn from this. Learn from the mistakes of others so you don't make this mistake. And we're not going to criticize and get mad at someone, but we're simply going to learn. I'm going to take my time. All right. And you can tell it's getting worse. So we're going to take our time and just deal with the situation. I'm doing fine coming home from a long driver's ed session. And then what you'll learn from this is how to drive in fog. Thank you for asking. It's 8:39 Eastern Standard Time. So if you were here, you'd be driving in fog with me, and we're just taking our time. It's actually getting worse. So I want you to learn from this and watch. You're going to see a lot of mistakes. You're going to see some really good things. You're going to see some bad things. But this is how we learn through the educational process. Okay, so traditionally we want to turn on our high beam lights, but we cannot do that because the high beam lights will reflect fog particles. I'll tell you, the Camry is a very good car to drive, very reliable. I've driven those before. You can put tons of miles on there as long as the oil has been changed regularly. If you find one, you want to pull the valve covers off, check the lifters, check the rocker arms. You got to take it to a mechanic. Okay, that's a great car to get. Okay, so we need to make a right turn at this light, but it's really hard to see. So I need to first get over to the right. And this lane is for right turns only. And then I'm going to go into my turn slow, and I'm going to get all the way over to the left. Okay. Trying to get this right for you guys. There you go. And then you can tell, see how hard it is to see? And then I'm gonna go up to the edge. And if you're a person with poor vision, it's extremely difficult. And now it's gonna wait for the light actually to change to give you a real perspective of what it's really like. Okay, it's clear, and then I'm going to make my turn. I'm in the inside lane. Turn in the inside lane. Good, you should be able to see that. This is what you'll see when you're driving in fog. It's really hard to see, very soupy. I'm going to turn on my brights. See, I don't really see much more. Then I'm going to get over one lane to the right. Mirror, turn signal, blind spot. about every 5 or 7 years, I would change the headlights because the bulbs do wear out and they're not as bright. I'm not sponsored by Sylvania Silver Stars, but Sylvania, if you're out here listening, some headlights will be nice, but you want to change your headlights every so often to keep as much light as possible within the legal limit. Amazon does sell some light bulbs, but they're really bright, they won't really work as long, and they will burn out much quickly. But there's some really good headlights on the market that you should do some research on. If you want me to do some research on headlights and recommend some brands, let me know. I'm really trying to get this right for you guys. That's not exactly what I want. Okay, that should be a little bit better. And it's really soupy, it's hard to see. I'm gonna turn on windshield wiper blades. That might help a little bit, or it could make it worse. I'm gonna turn the heat on the windshield. That might help a little bit. Yeah, that helps a little bit. So you're gonna have to have your defroster on. If I can see better, I know you guys can see better. So you literally have to look ahead. Good. I feel more secure now that I can see. And if I can see, you guys can see. But you want to reduce your speed when visibility is really bad. This is a good video because it shows you what your limitations are, what you can do, what you can't do. So the speed limit here is 60, I'm at about 50. If the weather's bad, you don't have to drive at the speed limit. You want to drive at a speed that is safe and reasonable for the conditions on the road. Tell me where you guys are from. I'm from the Midwest. I'm driving heavy traffic right now, fog. These are beginner driving tips. I'm going to squeeze my brake. I'm going to take my time. They just ran the light. Oh, that is much better. This thing is really bugging me tonight. I'm trying to get it right for you guys. Okay, that's a lot better. So I see some things popping on the window, but I don't know what it is. Keep putting in messages, guys. So look, we're stopped at a light. It's fog. We're driving an older vehicle. The headlights aren't as bright. The driver's side lens is clearer, and you should be able to tell the one on the left right here, and the one on the right is an older lens. And it looks smeared because this is what it's like driving in fog. You should see me kind of slowing down with this truck up here. I don't want to run into it. I'm just taking my time. I'm going to make a lane change to the left and get over. It's almost like you're driving in the darkness. I'm just being real with you. So this is a great teachable moment. Now, I'm going to turn on my brights. See? It's harder to see. Do you agree? If you agree, type in yes. This is bright, low beam. Brights, low beam. Which do you see better? Brights or low beam? You tell me. I'm trying to keep it straight. It's a little hard for me too. But if your eyeglass wear, it's very difficult to see. Driving about 45 miles an hour. The speed limit's 55. I do have the heat on, the defrost on the windshield, so I can see. The windshield wipers are probably less than a year old. It does help. But if you have bad windshield wipers and bad headlights, you won't be able to see. I'm gonna put on the brakes again. There are the brakes. Brakes are off. Yep, I'm weaving a little bit. It's a little bit hard to see, so I'm just taking my time. And let the road come to you. Don't fight it. I'm looking ahead, taking my time. This is a great driving lesson tonight for driving in fog. Keep your speed down. Have your defroster on. Just take your time. I want this perfect for you guys. I really do. Good. I'm going to squeeze my brakes because it's hard when you don't have good depth perception, particularly at night. Then I'm going to squeeze my brakes. You should see the stop line. Good. That's a lot better. Stop line is right in front of us. That's where you're supposed to stop. We're by a railroad crossing. So if the train came, the gates would come down. You would see the gate and the lights. We still have a long way to go. If you want me to get on the expressway, I will. If you want me to stay on main streets, I will. Tell me what you want me to do. This is your content. What do you want me to do? If you want me to stay on main roads, type yes. Good, I'm taking my time. Speed limit is 55, I'm at about 40. Literally, you're driving in the darkness. I'm looking ahead at the broken white line that's helping me stay straight, and I see the curve to the left. This car is really following me closely. Don't like that. Cars will follow you closely because other people can't see either. So they're really following me very close. I don't like that. You won't see a lot of young people out at night like this, or older people too. So I'm just lifting my foot. I'm gonna start squeezing my brake. Good. You should see me gradually slowing down. I've been driving 8 hours today, so I'm going to take main roads. I think a lot of you would do that. Turn left up here, and I'm going to get in. You should be able to see it, and I'm going to squeeze my brakes. It comes up really fast, so you got to turn the wheel. So what you're seeing is what I'm seeing. Okay. I'm struggling to fix this for you. Okay, so my left turn signal's on. I'll be going all the way over to the right. I'm in the outside lane, and I can wait for traffic, or I can turn on red if it's clear, because I'm turning onto one way. So it's clear, going all the way over to the right. You should see that now. And then I have to stop because the lights are red. Come up and stop. You should see the sign that says one way. It's a pretty big sign. You should be able to see that. And I'm going to move forward, looking for pedestrians and cars. Okay, so when you're making a right turn, you've got to come up and look left and right, but I have to yield to oncoming traffic. If it's not clear, I do not go. So I'm an inch forward, it's called showing the car. It's clear. I turn in the nearest lane, then I turn out. That was a pretty good turn. Okay, this is a one-way. Speed limit is 45. I'm gonna go about 40. It's a foggy night, and we're gonna teach you how to drive here. Trying to be really smooth and just take our time. This isn't one way. Signs are facing us. And then we have our chevron alignment sign. So this tells us this is a sharp curve going to the right. You should be able to see that. And then we have other warning signs that tells us there's a traffic light ahead. Be prepared to stop when the lights are flashing. And then our chevron alignment signs are on the right, telling us the curve is going to the left. You should be able to see that. I'm right at about 35. And there's a warning sign, sharp curve to the right. And then, of course, there's a warning sign or a fire station. So we want to be mindful of that. By scanning left and right, intersections are the most dangerous. Speed limit here is 35. I'm at about 30. Just taking my time. I'm gonna turn on the brights. See, it looks really bright. I'm gonna turn them off. You don't want to blind other drivers. Good job. We're just being nice and smooth, driving deliberately at a lower speed because of fog, slight rain and mist. And this can cause a lot of drivers to have accidents, so we're trying to educate you on how to drive, driver's license tips for safety. I'm looking ahead, just minimal steering movements. You should be able to see because we're going in a downtown area, but there's a lot of curvy roads, and if you don't pay attention deliberately, you can go off the road. So I'm just trying to take my time. Yep. Sorry, it's really bad here. And then, of course, we need to stay to the left. You can either go left or right because this sign here will tell you. Nice. There we go. All right. And we're still on a one-way. And I gotta squeeze my brakes because people will randomly stop. Hey, if this is bringing you value, give us some thumbs up. Okay, I'm gonna be making a right, so I turn on my right turn signal. Right 2 lanes must turn right. We're in the anti-right lane. I'm going to turn my wheel. Nice. All right. Speed control is good. We're in another one-way. Car's in my blind spot to my left. So you got to check your mirrors. Stopping, so I gotta squeeze my brakes. About 4 blinks of the blinker. trying to really hold this car straight. It's really all over the road here. The road is just terrible. Pulling into the station. Fix this. I'm going in slow, squeezing my brakes. Pulling the driveway. Just taking my time. This is terrible. I can't stand this. Give me a second, guys. This should be a little bit better. I want you to be able to see. Okay, that's better. So we're at a gas station. I'm going to turn on the wipers. This will really help. There's a lot of fog out here. I'm going to pause this. If it's really bad like this, you just want to chill for a moment. All right, put in drive. I'm going to roll out. And then you got to be able to see the driveway. And it's so foggy, you might not be able to. Then I'm going to make a right turn. And I go right into the nearest lane. You should be able to see me. Good. That is so much better. And then here are the brights again. Low beams. It's not as bad here, but it's still bad. Thank you. Good, I'm gonna go ahead and make a lane change. Oh, that guy almost came out and hit me. I don't like that. So you never know what people will do. So they're driving crazy. You'll hear them. Or her. Hear that junky truck. In front of them, I want to deal with that. Okay, that's better. Oh, I can't stand it. Okay, that should be better. Sorry about that, guys. All right, so we're at the stop line. I fixed the camera so it's a lot better. I want you to be able to see this and understand. And you can barely see anything in this fog. Oh, that sounds terrible. That'll give you a headache. If you had a car or truck like that, it's terrible. It's a junky truck. But you notice the windows are clearing up a little bit. And that fresh air feels so good. Woo! Man, that fresh air feels great. So fresh air does wonders. Also by these fast food places, you got people sticking food in their face, french fries in their nose, golden arches, Arby's, Taco Bell. You got to be careful with these areas. So we're dealing with this fog. We're trying to take our time. And then I opened the window up, got some fresh air in here. But it's still very hard to see. You want to use the fog line to the right. That's that white line to the right. And then we have our broken white lines to the left. This means we can change lanes. And then I'm going to get over to the right, squeeze my brakes, and I'm going to make a right turn. We're going really slow. Nice. Here we go. And I'm going to the first lane. Keep my turn as short as possible. See how easy that was? That is meaning my speed. Okay, if you're going too fast, you're going to overturn. I had a client almost hit the curb tonight. I had to hit the brake to keep them from crashing. This is a really short turn too. It punishes a lot of students. I'm going to go in slow. And then I'm going to turn. You see an outside view today. See, I took my time. Now here, I can turn on my brights. I'll turn them off. Okay, you can see that new headlight, the one on the left, it's newer. Off, on. Regular lights, high beam lights. Okay, I'm gonna have a complete stop, and then I need to make a right turn. So I'm gonna pause. 1001, 1002, 1003. Oh, there's a car coming. So I'm just gonna wait. I looked. If I didn't look, I would not have seen it. So I want you to see this car coming. See that? If I didn't look, I would have got hit. Teachable moment. Good. Now let's get another thumbs up. Okay, you should see that beam of light. That's the newer headlight. And it's not straight either. It's pointing to the inside. It needs to be recalibrated. Okay. I'm going to squeeze my brakes. Oh, sorry for all these bumps. It's really bad in this part of the country. And then we'll go in slow. Ooh, it's bad here. Okay. Watch all these videos. Leave comments. I'll stream live tomorrow morning on the way in. I want to say thank you. Bye.